community servant here in New Orleans, and I'm glad that you're here at the Bayou Bienvenue Lookout. This place, more than any other place, amplifies how close the sea is to our communities and the homes of so many people. Well, right now, this is open water. And when I was a kid, it was mostly dry land. It was a cypress forest, and it was a little boy's paradise. You know, you could like run through back there. You could like chase boar. You could have boar chase you. But right now, it's open water. This is brackish water. This is mostly salt water, and it is within 150, 200 yards of people's homes. This is the sea right here. Right here. This is the ocean right here. You know, if you taste this water, it's not fresh, it's salty. And this is where the flood wall, before it was reinforced with all this aggregate here, this is where it was overtopped. And just about 1,200 meters from here is where the barge crashed through the flood wall. And
during Katrina,
yeah. And you know, one of my dear friends, he's a little bit older than me, but he's in much better shape than me. But the water went from 7 inches to 7 feet in his home in 3 minutes, about 6 blocks from here. Thankfully, he swam to safety. The primary cause of this particular area is probably the dredging of the Mississippi River Gulf outlet, which the business leaders decided in the late 50s, early 60s to dredge a shortcut between the Port of New Orleans, here in New Orleans, and the Gulf of Mexico. So because the river meanders, it's about 100 miles from the foot of Canal Street to the Gulf of Mexico. This was a shortcut, about 60 miles, and it never achieved any commercial success. But it did allow the salt water to intrude into this area, destroy our first line of defense, and put us at great risk for storm surge flooding, and I'm certain cost dozens of people, if not scores, their lives here in Lower Ninth Ward. The second cause, though, are the operations of the oil, gas, and pipeline companies. And they dredged about I would say about 2 miles north of here. And they basically carved up this natural ridge that protected New Orleans East and the Lower Ninth Ward from storm surge flooding. They carved it up looking for oil and gas. They didn't find that much, but they never fixed what they broke. And that's why the Flood Protection Authority is taking them to court. Thank God for them.
The lawsuit is, of course, more important than anything that happened to me. Because of the destruction of the land, and the industry is not responsible for all the destruction, but it is responsible for a good part of it, then increased storm surge attacks our levees, comes pounding at it. And we are basically suing to get them to abate the problem, to make the storm surge go back down.
I think we just lost John.
It's natural. I hear that you saying you just lost me. Is that the case? I'll keep talking anyway, in case you didn't. Anyway, the storm surge coming against our levees is increased because of the loss of the land. So we're trying to get either the companies to fill in that land, or to pay the levee board compensation so that we can improve the flood protection system to compensate.